Have you ever wondered why you look exactly like your siblings but are completely different? This could have to do with your birth order. According to an article on scientificamerican.com written by Joshua K. Hawthorne in January of 2009, birth order can affect how children develop at a young age and as adults. Birth order has many different effects on people depending on where they are in sibling order. Youngest children tend to be substantially affected by birth order. According to PsychologyToday.com, in an article written by Susan Crass-Whitbourne, Ph.D., published in May of 2013, youngest children can develop a sense of being less experienced and capable from possibly being babied. Because of this, they often become charming and popular individuals to help get others to do things for them. However, not everyone fits the stereotype. I, being the youngest of three, don't necessarily agree with this. Parental advice from Parents.com says that you should encourage youngest children to be responsible so that they become more independent. Other characteristics of youngest children may show are being uncomplicated, striving for attention, and wanting to follow older siblings. I find myself fairly uncomplicated. I also remember when I was a child, I always wanted to hang out with my brother, whether he wanted me to be there or not. They also learn to become more independent. Common youngest children careers are entertainers, writers, doctors, and teachers. Some famous youngest children are Eddie Murphy, Jim Carrey, and John Candy. Although youngest children tend to be charming, middle children tend to be social activists. According to PsychologyToday.com, in an article written by Susan Crass-Whitbourne, Ph.D., in May of 2013, middle children may feel rejected or robbed of attention from siblings. However, they usually develop good social skills to combat being neglected. This also causes them to become competitive. I know firsthand this can be very true. I have an older brother, Derek, that is a middle child, and he is very social and competitive. Parental advice from Parents.com says that you should get the child's opinion so that they feel wanted and to find common interests with them. Other characteristics of middle children are misbehaving to get attention, having good negotiating skills, and tending to be opposite of siblings. My brother definitely fits these characteristics well. My brother would do anything from run across the gym during the middle of a game to scream at the top of his lungs during church as a child. Derek also has fairly good negotiating skills. He tended to sometimes stay out a little late during high school. My parents would always get mad at him, but he would somehow find a way out of trouble. Derek also tends to be fairly opposite of my older sister, Heidi. As middle children grow up, they tend to have jobs in public service and caretaking fields. Some famous middle children include Bill Gates, David Letterman, and Warren Buffett. Rather than misbehaving to get attention, firstborn children excel in things to get attention. According to Psychology.com today, in an article by Susan Crass-Whitbourne, Ph.D., published in May of 2013, firstborn children will most likely show leadership abilities, like it when people stick to rules and order, and strive toward achievement goals. They also won't like to have younger siblings take away their attention or dethrone them. My older sister, Heidi, who is a firstborn, always complains that my brother and I get whatever we want, and she always gets left out because she's the oldest. She likes to be in charge when we have to plan parties or buy gifts for my parents because she assumes the leadership role. Parental advice from Parents.com says not to nitpick at the things they do and let them make their own decisions. Other characteristics of firstborn children are being reliable, being well-behaved, wanting to excel, and they tend to have higher IQs than their other siblings. Although not all firstborn children fit this stereotype, I think the stereotype definitely fits my sister. She was a straight-A student all through high school, and she has never received attention in her life. Like I said, my brother and her are opposites. Firstborns oftentimes gravitate towards law, engineering, and medicine as career choices. Some famous firstborns include Zac Efron, Beyonce, and Chuck Norris. Whether it's being naughty as a child or being a doctor as an adult, birth order can affect siblings in different ways depending on where they are in sibling order. Not everyone will fall into these stereotypes, but if you think about it, your brothers and sisters can find things that relate to them in this. No two children are exactly alike, and birth order could be the reason why.